നാരായണ പ്രിയമനംഗമദാപഹാരം വാരാണസീപുരപതിം ഭജ വിശ്വനാഥം വരവന്നിനി വീണപാണി വരവന്നിനി വീണപാണി വാദേവദേ നമസ്തേ വരദായി മോക്ഷകാരി
healthy long life to all of us.
In front of me and all the delegates. It's a beautiful day outside. The sun is shining bright. I'm sure the photosynthetic machinery of our coconut palm, areca nut, palmyra and cocoa and the physiology of these crops will be tirelessly working for our next harvest. And our esteemed dignitaries have lit the lamp of knowledge inside this hall. Lamp of knowledge of this National Conference on Plant Physiology with a very exciting theme of Frontiers in Cell to Whole Plant Physiology, Bridging Science and Sustainability, which is being held at CPCRA Kasaragod. Varaprasad, to grace the occasion of this conference as our chief guest. Sir, I know that you had arrived just 2 days back. Your physiology might be still like to make you sleep in the your US time, but our physiology conference is physically keeping you awake today. Thank you very much, sir. The distinguished university professor at Kansas State University. He is leading the Climate Resilient Sustainable Intensification and Innovation Lab, very much in sync with Bridging Science and Sustainability, which is the theme of our conference. Sir, we have heard of Stanford list of 2% scientists, but
$. So such is the hard work and commitment and extensive networking, and also training the younger community of scientists in this field. Really is I would say is a really super role model for any scientist, especially for the students and the young research scholars, to emulate what kind of efforts and hard work he is putting across. So I think recently he visited Cambodia and even including India. I remember by late early November, I profusely thank Dr. Prasad for taking your time and also sharing your experience here in this conference, so that you enrich the knowledge for our young research promoter to director president. So this is I think a whole lot for the physiology community. I think it is very encouraging, you know. So I think I request all the young community and research activities. Thank Dr. Madan for welcoming you, and thanks for your valuable time and also all your efforts and directions, you know, in taking the activities of the society to greater heights. And respected Jagdish Rane, my friend and colleague. Now he is the director of ICR's Central Institute of Arid Horticulture, Bikaner, and I know him right from CX and also later from Banavadi in the ABAT Center of Excellence for Abiotic Stress Tolerance. I think this is another example for a very good talented plant physiologist. The youngsters should emulate from. I welcome you for this conference. Dr. Brajesh Singh, again director for Central Potato Research Institute, another vibrant plant physiologist. I think you see And I'm very happy to learn from Dr. Murali Gopal. There's a lot of youngsters, especially students, who are attend this conference. That is where the benefit of the experience from seniors should go to the youngsters for the young community of researchers. And his role in the society is not confined to as a treasurer. I think right from president to all the positions, he actually does. Even before we plan and give, he's already done that work from different capacities and different levels. And but for him, I think both the journal, the plant physiology reports, now it is actually acclaimed as one of the best journals and more successful. I think Dr. Madan Pal doesn't need an introduction for plant physiologists across this country. And you see, every year the conference is being conducted meticulously. And I would say this is effort of a single person from the society in New Delhi. He is taking the planning well ahead of time, immediately from this conference. Critical and hard work in making this conference a success. So, thank you, Dr. Jabbar. And I think your contribution to the society, this is a milestone in the society, conduct of conferences, and you have made a enormous contribution for this. These are the present youngsters, who are reaching greater heights, and I will say Texas Tech University, Lubbock is my second home, because that is where I did my postdoctoral study in 1994 to 1996. It's really, your expertise in the stress field is more needed for cotton, sorghum, etc. because Texas is really a very hot place with the dry air coming up and taking a lot of moisture through transpiration. True, you will come up with the technologies to sustain the sorghum and cotton production, and also now I learned that you are working in forage also. So I wish all the success, and I think it is very pleasing to see you youngsters hard working, climbing up in the ladder in the scientific career. I wish you all the best in the future ahead of you now. Then Dr. Peter from University of Edinburgh, he could also make this conference. And my one request to the youngsters, all the young researchers as well as students, this is an occasion where you can meet the very eminent scientists in the field of plant physiology under this one single platform. So you please interact with them during the breaks, So we can take tea and food anytime, even back in our home, not in the conference room, but find time, encounter with these scientists, introduce yourself and discuss your subjects, your interest, how to actually do your research better and The society is a member of Global Plant Council, a coalition of plant and crop societies from across the world. The main focus of the society is to bring plant scientists together to work synergistically towards solving their pressing problems facing humankind and to generate a critical mass to provide a strong platform for deliberations on important issues of agriculture research, education and extension, and presenting views of the scientific community as policy inputs to planners and decision makers at the national as well as international levels. To achieve this, the society organizes and supports national and international conferences, seminars, symposia, workshops and brainstorming sessions on important issues of plant biology and agricultural sciences. It also publishes journal and proceedings for advancement of agricultural research and development. The Indian Journal of Plant Physiology was launched in the year 1958 along with the launching of the society. Since then, this journal is being published regularly and is highly acclaimed for its scientific content and indexed worldwide. Society has instituted various awards to recognize and promote scientists for their excellent research contribution in the areas of plant sciences and agriculture, namely J.J. Chenoy Gold Medal for plant physiologists, J.C. Bose for young plant physiologists, and the Stur Award for all disciplines of agriculture, and we also annually give fellowships to eminent plant physiologists. And regularly we conduct memorial lectures in the honor of eminent plant physiologists like such as Professor S.K. Singha, Dr. K.K. Nanda and Professor G. during the last 50 years, and also annually events applications during the month of July, August every year from acclaimed researchers. With this few introduction of the society, I think this topic of this today's conference are being chosen, well thought out. I think the cell to plant physiology. Like we need to actually integrate our research from at all organization levels into field performance, so that we can transfer our knowledge and understanding in the plant physiology, our newer knowledge generated in the field of crop husbandry as well as breeding to develop high performance crops.
Yes, I am calling here. And also Dr. Rakesh Pandey, LHGN, and I can say many more here, all my juniors from all the students. On behalf of the Indian Society for Plant Physiology, I also welcome you all to this very important event at the CPCRI Kasaragod. Improvement for drought tolerance in rice. He has been involved in development of drought tolerance rice varieties, and he has also developed the phenotyping field facility at the university. Dr. Sesa has published more than 160 research papers in the government of Karnataka. He is world class fellow. He has also received the INSA Best Teacher Award, and from the society he has been given already Professor G.V. Joshi Ganguli Lecture Award, and now he is a fellow of the society. So congratulations. He contributed to the university of 7,300 lakhs rupees. So the so congratulations, Dr. Sesa. Now next person our fellow is also from GKUK, Dr. Natraj Karba. Wheat varieties, and also identified 15 genetic stocks, did 6 PhD and 3 MSc, and she also she has been awarded with the Nanaji Deshmukh Award, J.C. Bose Gold Medal Award from the Society, R.D. Sana Gold Medal Award, and also the Best Scientist ICR, Best Scientist Award from the ICR. Now among the 5, the 5th fellow has been Dr. Kaushik Chakravarti. He is the youngest fellow. He is 42 years old. So I really especially for his contribution, Dr. Kaushik Chakravarti. Dr. Kaushik has published more than 16 such papers and 10 scientific reviews for significant advancement in understanding for the salt and multiple abatic staple mechanisms of rice and oilseed. He has identified 15 unique genetic stocks of rice and groundnut having the tolerance to the multiple abatic stresses. He has been associated with the development of rice.
Potatoes are suitable for edible purpose as well as for processing. And this technology, what it did for the country was that processing came into picture. Processing was not there, farmer processing was not there, only unorganized processing was there. So with the development of this technology, India started processing potatoes in organized sector. And for your information, I would like to mention that now we are not only processing, almost processing 10% of the total produce. Total produce is around 60 million metric tons, and almost 10% is being utilized for processing. And not only that, now we are a big exporter of potato products to whole of the world. So that is a new change that has happened during post-COVID period. So this kind of work we did at CP Direction that gave us good revenue. Now potato sector itself, it creates almost 60,000 crores business for the country. So that kind of volume it has. So this is the work which was done at CPRI by our group. But besides that, physiology has been our discipline. It has given us lot many recognitions, and I'm really thankful that I chose plant physiology as my discipline. Basically, I'm a physiologist. So seeing all the physiologists together in this hall it's really joyful. And
Institute presents conspicuous at national level by the virtue of his discovery of NERA, how to bring that one on a picture and contribute from physiology angle for that one. That's really great work. And Dr. Brajesh Singh, my colleague and director of CPCRI, has got a very good accomplishment. It is nice to share platform with him. Dr. Madan Pal, my batchmate, and very, like what I can say, is the backbone of this plant physiology. Since he took over the key positions of this society, so he is very dynamic. and that the Murli Gopal, who is heading the physiology and biochemistry division here, that Ramesh and very eminent physiologist of this nation, Shesha, and Jagdish Krishna, Dr. Karpa, many more, Jay Kumar. I came in 2024 with a very nice theme, conscious himself to whole plant physiology, thinking science and sustainability. That's the need of the hour. Very nice topic. So when I talk about research and plant physiology research specifically, then I feel that not true. We have to go with other like disciplines also. Very nice example I saw during the IRC of plant physiology, where like we are talking more about the realities of bringing the scientific leads into some products which with which farmers can benefit and nation can benefit and society can benefit. That's what has been like being thought about under the leadership of Dr. Renu, who is the head of plant physiology there at IRI. And same way, like how like the scientific leads, including the light transpiration. As a student, we are talking about only the transpiration. That's a new concept. It was brought together by all the thought process, including Varaprasad, Dr. Krishna, and all the heads.
So that I'll be on time. So first I would like to start with global challenges and need for innovations. And then I'll give you the current status of sustainable development goals and what have been the yield gains, the hidden costs of agri-food systems, and the greenhouse gas emissions, which is at the cusp of the climate change. And then introduce to you a systems platform called Sustainable Agricultural Intensification, what it means, what its goals are, and what are the various components of that. And then briefly introduce you to my Sustainable Intensification Innovation Lab, just an overview of that and how we are moving forward, role across multiple disciplines, and then come up or give you a list of selected innovations which will address our food, nutrition, and climate security. I'll give you 12 global examples coming from different parts of the world. And then in each of those innovations, I would like to highlight the specific role which plant physiologists have either played in the past or will be playing a significant role as we move forward. This presentation is more towards graduate students or the early career scientists, because I'm going to give you a very high-level overview of these innovations. But if any one of you is interested to learn more about the details and how you can support that innovation or take that lunch or over an email, which will be provided at the end of this presentation. So let me start with the global challenges and the need for innovation. At this point in time, about 828 million people are malnourished, both undernourished with stunting, wasting, and also overnourished with obesity. And especially women and children are the most affected by this malnutrition, and we have many issues with micronutrient deficiencies, particularly iron and zinc deficiencies. And we also have climate security as a major issue. Earth has warmed up by 1.2 degrees Celsius over the last century, and then we have lost significant portion of, it's the first time we have actually reached over 1.5 degrees Celsius warmer, and continuously throughout the year. And recently concluded the COP meeting. Hopefully some of those things which came out of that will be helpful to minimize this warming. And then we have serious issues with water security, prolonged drought and limited water, and also high intensity rainfalls and flooding have been issues. And we have issues with energy, equity and equality. We do not have equal access to food, resources, knowledge, and that needs to be addressed. And specifically the smallholder farmers and the women farmers are the ones who are underserved by these innovations, so we need to be taking care of that. Now, Sustainable Development Goals. This is the continuation of Millennium Development Goals which we could not reach. And then they said we'll start with Sustainable Development Goals, and the idea is to by 2030 we're going to meet these 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Last year, 2023, which is a midway, the report was formalized to find out where we are in this Sustainable Development Goals. only 15% of them are on target. That means about 85% of them are not on target unless something significantly changes. Our relative yield gain was between 2 and 3%, but that has been continuously decreasing. At this point in time, we are closer to 1% yield gain, and we have to change this if we were to increase the food production by 60% by end of this century. That is significant. And then fortunately we have new innovations and technologies, especially in the area of rapid new opportunities, so that we can reverse this trend. And this is a report which came out earlier this year, or the last year, 2023, published in that. They documented for the first time the hidden costs of agri-food systems, global agri-food systems. And the visual here shows you the impact of that hidden cost of agri-food systems. The total impact is about $12.7 trillion annually.
And Vijay Paul, and because they were all there with me when I was doing my PhD program, and there are a lot of physiologists, and I'm very happy that a lot of young physiologists have joined here. I was not knowing that this many plant physiologists are there in this country, but it's very happy to see that a lot of physiologists. As told by Dr. Mulliga, Journal of Plant Physiology and Biochemistry, we had organized this program, but otherwise these mentors and young plant physiologists, I have some requests also. If I want to know if there is any plant physiologist who is working on this plantation crops, kindly raise your hand. Immediate request to all the universities for this one. If we can develop any kind of dwarfism, I would say that this is one of the best climate resilient crops available, and we can improve the economy of this farming community to a large extent. So in that context, I think I would request at least some effort has been made, effort has to be made. And the third one is, which is again an unexplored area, because hardly any physiologist or biochemist works on these plantation crops. If you see most of these crops, especially arecanut, more than 60% of the total production of arecanut is happening in India. And it is a treasure trove of chemicals. It has got lot of macromolecules, especially polyphenols, then alkaloids and antioxidants, but no work has been done. So there is a huge potential if it can be exploited, if it is isolated, characterized, identified and utilized, and its nutraceutical properties.
Forward during the celebrations, and we'll take it further. Thank you for this wonderful message. Thank you. And we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Professor Chandra Babu, our guest of honor, who is president of ISPP, and he is one of the backbone for this organizing this conference. Whenever I get a call, it used to be like very crisp and clear directions. What is to be done? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your effort. Thank you. I like to extend my gratitude to our own director, Dr. K.B. Hebar, because we have been talking actually, since we have to get a congregation of people, plant physiology or plant biochemistry and our own umbrella here in CPCRA. This almost for more than 2 years we've been talking, we have been praying actually. And then one fine morning he said, I have fixed it, we are going for it. That's it. From then on, he is the one, he is behind this entire process, machinery, and he used to do micromanagement and he used to ensure that small, minute details are being taken care of. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your participation. Thank you so much. And I like to express my sincere thanks to our guests of honor. We have two accomplished plant physiologists among us, Dr. Vijay Singh, Director CPCRA, Dr. Jagdish Rane, Director CAAH, and thank you, sir. Thank you.
And fourth proposal here.
മറിയം ബോഡി ലോഷന് വെല്ലുന്നൊരു ലോഷൻ നമ്മുടെ കയ്യിലെത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അൽ ഫലാജ് പെർഫ്യൂം ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി എന്നുള്ള ബ്രാൻഡിന്റെ മുസ്കാൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ബോഡി ലോഷൻ ആണ്. ഇതിന്റെ ബോക്സും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഇതാ ഈ രൂപത്തിലാണ്. നല്ലൊരു ഗിഫ്റ്റിംഗ് പ്രസന്റേഷനും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇവിടെ നല്ലൊരു മുസ്കാൻ എന്ന അറബിയിൽ കാലിഗ്രഫിയും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. നല്ല ബ്യൂട്ടിഫുൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള പ്രസന്റേഷൻ കേട്ടോ. ജസ്റ്റ് ഓപ്പൺ ചെയ്തുതരാം. ഈ രൂപത്തിലായിരിക്കും ഇതിന്റെ ഓപ്പണിംഗും പ്രസന്റേഷനും വരുന്നത്. ഇതാണ് മുസ്കാൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള ബോഡി ലോഷൻ. എന്റെ മോനെ ഇതിന്റെ സ്മെല്ല് സ്നിഫ് ചെയ്യുന്ന വേണം, വേറെ ലെവൽ സ്മെല്ല്. കാരണം മറിയം ബോഡി ലോഷൻ വർഷങ്ങളായിട്ട് ഞാൻ യൂസ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ബോഡി ലോഷൻ ആയിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ മുസ്കാൻ കിട്ടിയതിന് ശേഷം മറിയം ബോഡി ലോഷൻ ഒന്നുമല്ല ചെയ്യുന്ന ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ഒരു 99.9% പേരും ഈ ഒരു ഫ്രാഗ്രൻസ് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടും. കാരണം നല്ലൊരു സ്വീറ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഫ്ലോറൽ, ഫ്രൂട്ടി, വനില, ക്രീമി, കാൻഡി, മിൽക്കി സ്മെല്ലാണ് മുസ്കാനിൽ വരുന്നത്. വേറെ ലെവൽ സാധനം. ട്രൈ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കി, ഏതായാലും ഡിസപ്പോയിന്റഡ് ആവില്ല. മറിയത്തിനെ കാട്ടിയും അത്യാവശ്യം നല്ല ലാസ്റ്റിംഗ് കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇത് നിങ്ങൾ GCCയിലൊക്കെ കുളിച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞ ശേഷം നെക്കിലൊക്കെ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ക്ലോത്തും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഇട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ ഓഫീസിലൊക്കെ പോയി തിരിച്ചു വന്ന് നിങ്ങൾ ക്ലോത്ത് ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്തും ഈ ഒരു സ്മെല്ല് GCCയിൽ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ടെന്ന് അവർ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ അവർ മെയിനായിട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഹോൾസെയിലാണ്. ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ബൾക്കായിട്ട് ഹോൾസെയിൽ വേണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ താഴെ കൊടുത്ത് നമ്മളെ കോൺടാക്ട് ചെയ്തോളി. അവർ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ അറേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യും. ഇനി നാട്ടിലോട്ട് ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ഹോൾസെയിലായിട്ട് വേണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിനെ അവരെ കോൺടാക്ട് ചെയ്തോളി. പിന്നെ പെർഫ്യൂം ഒക്കെ ആർക്കെങ്കിലും മാനുഫാക്ചർ ചെയ്യണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതുപോലെ പ്രൈവറ്റ് ലാബിലും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ചെയ്യണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇവരെ കോൺടാക്ട് ചെയ്യുക. ഏതായാലും താഴെ ഡിസ്ക്രിപ്ഷനിൽ അവരുടെ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ഞാൻ കൊടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഈ സാധനം നിങ്ങൾ ഓർഡർ ചെയ്തോളി. ഓൾ ഓവർ UAE അവരുടെ ഡെലിവറിയും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ചെയ്തിടും.
ഇവളണിയും പൊന്നല്ലേ, കനവുണരും ദിനമല്ലേ, മൊഞ്ചത്തി പെണ്ണിൻ നിൻ മനം, പെണ്ണഴകിനു മിഴിവേകി എന്നെന്നും നിന്നില്ലേ, മാറ്റേറും പൊന്നിൻ താരമേ.
City Gold and Diamonds, Kerala and Karnataka, the glow of purity.